Every night, my dog Uni drags her blanket off the bed and lies down on the floor beside it like the bed isn't really hers. It wasn't always like this. I found her back in March, alone in a rental house down the street, the family already gone for good. She was so thin I could see her ribs, and she wouldn't come near me. She just stood on the porch watching, ready to run. I sat down on the sidewalk across from the house and waited without moving. About 20 minutes later, she came close enough to sniff my hand. No collar, no chip, nobody looking for her anywhere nearby. I called Ben that night and told him I think we just found our dog. Getting her into the car that first day took almost an hour. Once we did, she pressed herself into the corner of the back seat. When we pulled up at home, she wouldn't get out of the car. Ben ended up carrying her up the driveway while I held the door open. Inside, she froze in the hallway and wouldn't move. It took her almost 10 minutes to work up the nerve to walk into the living room. We'd bought her a soft bed with a blanket inside it. That first night, she looked at it, then lay down on the floor beside it. For the first 2 weeks, I sat on the floor with her every single night instead of the couch. She'd lean against my leg, just barely. One night, I fell asleep down there next to her. Ben came home and found us both there at 2 in the morning and started laughing. By week 3, she'd finally let me pet her without flinching or pulling away. Some evenings, I'd sit with my coffee and read, not paying her any attention. She'd curl up on the rug anyway, close enough to hear me breathe. She started following me everywhere that spring, from the kitchen to the bathroom, just to stay close, like she didn't want me out of sight. But at bedtime, none of that changed. She'd walk right past the bed we bought her and lie down in that same spot on the floor every night. By the second month, she stopped flinching when Ben walked past her in the hallway. She'd lift her head for a second, then set it back down. She started sleeping through the night instead of pacing around the house, and she'd trail after whichever one of us got up first in the morning. Everything about her had softened by then, except for that one thing. The blanket still ended up on the floor beside the bed. That summer, we took her out to the lake. She stood at the edge of the dock a long while before she'd even put a paw in. Then, without any warning, she took off running down the dock and jumped into the water, her tail going the entire time she was in the air. 3 nights after the lake, I woke up at midnight and she wasn't on the floor. She was curled up asleep in the middle of the bed. We'd moved into that house 8 months before we found her, and honestly, it hadn't fully felt like home to either of us yet, not really. She still keeps one paw off the edge some nights, but she sleeps in the middle of the bed now.